Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and neighbors. This is Thom Harrison, Executive Director and Golden App Award winner with LegalShield. I want to first thank you and congratulate you for being here to view firsthand this brief presentation on our services. So within the next 15 minutes or less, I will show you how you and your family can have access to top attorneys not only in your state but nationwide for pennies a day. There's an old saying, people always want what they can't afford, but when it's affordable, they can't find it. But I have good news and bad news. The good news is, even if you have a pre-existing situation, we can still help. The bad news is, you or someone you care about has a legal matter that causes stress, headache, and money. And had you seen this before, we could have possibly prevented it. You see, everybody knows someone who is an attorney, but they may not specialize in the area of law that could protect, defend, or innovate the circumstance. So, would it be okay if I show you how to have access to an entire law firm and a network of attorneys that extend all across North America? So turn up your speakers and I will begin. Afterward, you can contact me personally and get your questions answered and enroll. You see, most smart people, after viewing this information, own a membership immediately. Others don't. Well, you know how the top 10%, the rich and the wealthy, have total access and total freedom to the top law firms? With LegalShield, we'll show you how to live your life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. LegalShield is a unique service and a priceless benefit. LegalShield gives you the ability to talk to an attorney on any matter without worrying about high hourly costs. For one flat monthly fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue. That's why under the protection of LegalShield, you and your family can live your life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. Most people don't think they need attorneys, either because they have never used one or they don't believe they'll ever get in trouble. Yet today, the wealthiest people in our country keep attorneys on retainer, and it's not because they're in trouble, it's to keep them out of trouble by having access to sound legal advice for everyday decisions. For instance, have you ever signed a contract or a document, been overcharged or treated unfairly, received a traffic ticket or been involved in a car accident? Have you ever known a victim of identity theft, or you yourself have been in a situation where you felt the advice of an attorney might be useful? In other words, have you ever wanted to call an attorney just to find out if you were right or wrong about something, or what your rights were? Think about it. What is the first thing you are forced to think about when you want to call one? Who do you call and how much will it cost? That is why LegalShield is a solution to these problems. Instead of wondering who to call, we have a nationwide network of experienced quality law firms to assist you. Instead of worrying about high hourly rates, we charge a very low monthly cost. So how big is the need? As a matter of fact, we get over 2 million requests annually. Here are some of the top 5 reasons our members call. Number 1, real estate. Purchases, refinance, foreclosures, landlord-tenant actions. Number 2, consumer finance. Collection issues, warranties, guarantees, and other contracts. Number 3, family law, including divorce, child support, child custody, and more. Number 4, estate planning, wills, living will, power of attorney, and trusts. Number 5, traffic issues, moving violations, accidents, and much more. In fact, we give professional advice on all matters, from the trivial to the traumatic, including pre-existing conditions. Here's how we help you when you call. First of all, we empower you. Think about all those times when you wanted to call an attorney just to find out if you were right or wrong or what your legal rights were. As a member, you could have just picked up the phone and called your provider law firm without having to make that financial decision first. Would you have done it? Under our LegalShield membership, we give you consultation on an unlimited number of matters. This is a huge benefit all by itself. While attorneys can't change the law to make you right, they can reinforce your rights under the law. So when they see that you have been treated unfairly by someone, they will enforce your rights. If you treated someone badly and you got a letter from a major law firm or received a phone call from an attorney, does it get your attention? That's what our membership provides. And when your provider law firm believes that it's the best course of action, they will either write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf on an unlimited number of issues to protect, defend, or innovate your rights. Think about the contracts we sign on our homes, apartments, cell phones, cars, credit cards, gym memberships, and a number of other things. When you ask a wealthy person to sign a contract, who do they have review it first? So would you rather act like an attorney and read it yourself, or would you rather say, let me run it by my attorney? Under our membership, we review an unlimited number of contracts and documents that are 10 pages or less, and we'll call you back and tell you what your rights are and recommend changes to help you protect yourself. When was the last time you updated your last will and testament? When would be a good time to do this? If you found the most cost-effective way and you could truly afford it, would there be any reason you wouldn't want to protect your loved ones? We will provide a last will and testament, a living will, and a health care power of attorney without you having to make that financial decision. Because it's included with the LegalShield membership for no additional cost outside our low monthly membership, this is another huge benefit. After you've been a member for 15 days, we provide motor vehicle legal services which help with moving violations and motor vehicle accidents. There are situations where this benefit cannot apply. Among other things, you cannot be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The vehicle must be properly registered and you must be properly licensed. Make sure you review the membership brochure for full details. We want you to understand that we don't fix tickets and you shouldn't break the law, but if you receive a moving traffic violation, we will provide legal assistance. In any event you are involved in a fatal traffic accident, you can be charged criminally for crimes like vehicular manslaughter or negligent homicide. While most car insurance companies will pay for your attorney's fees in a civil lawsuit, there is not one car insurance company that will pay for your attorney's fees in a criminal lawsuit. This is where your LegalShield membership kicks in. While you would be responsible for your court costs, filing fees, etc., your membership will pay 100% of your attorney's fees for your defense of the criminal charge. Be sure to refer to your membership brochure or contract for full details on how this benefit applies. We also provide 2.5 hours of representation per occurrence in the event that your license has been suspended or you have personal injury or property damage with a collection of up to $2,000. If any of these things happen to you, would you rather pay the high hourly cost of an attorney or have this covered for a low monthly cost? Are you aware that the United States have become the most litigious society in the world? What used to be family TV is now court TV. What used to be product commercials are now attorney commercials. Under your trial defense benefit, you and your spouse or significant other will have representation in the event that you are sued in a covered civil suit or a job-related criminal charge. During your first year, you will have up to 75 hours of legal representation. 17.5 hours of it is pretrial time, and the balance is for trial defense in the courtroom. Each year you maintain your membership, we provide additional hours of coverage, and beginning your 5th year and every year thereafter, you have up to 335 hours of coverage, which of 39.5 hours of that is pretrial time, and the balance is for your defense in the courtroom. While you may never have been sued, wouldn't you agree that it's better to have this and not need it than to need it and not have it? Be sure to note that this does not apply in situations that relate to divorce, DUI, bankruptcy, child custody, or pre-existing situations, but we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Under your IRS audit services, we provide up to 50 hours of representation in the event that you are audited by the IRS. Think about it. We all file tax returns. If you were audited, would you want to go to the audit without an advice? Or have the advice from an attorney who is experienced in tax law to assist you? Members receive an hour of consultation and assistance when they receive written notice from the IRS of an audit or request for file periods. If no settlement has been made within 30 days, the member then receives 2.5 hours of time for representation, negotiations, and settlement conferences. If after that time no agreement has been reached, the member will receive 46.5 hours of trial time if the IRS sues the member or the member pays the disputed amount and chooses to sue the IRS. This does not include business tax returns, garnishment, attachments, or scheduled fees. Be sure to refer to the membership brochure or contract for details. The coverage begins with the tax return you filed in the year you became a member. Anything that goes beyond the limits of coverage or is not otherwise mentioned in this coverage fall under our 25% preferred member discount area. For instance, if you got a DUI, would you hire an attorney? Would you rather find one on your own and pay full price, or use your law firm and receive a consultation and 25% discount? Emergencies are a part of everyday life. Think about how many times a week you hear sirens going off. Think about the stories you see on the news, internet, and in the newspapers. We understand the importance of having doctors on call 24/7 for emergencies. Today, we need attorneys on call for emergencies as well. As a matter of fact, according to the state courts and state hospitals, you are almost 3 times more likely to end up in a legal situation than a medical situation. Yet, we all understand the importance of having medical coverage. Our 24/7 protection provides attorneys to assist you in the event you are being detained by law enforcement, you're injured in an accident, authorities are trying to remove a child from your custody, or in the event you are being issued a warrant for your arrest. When they say you have the right to call your attorney, you actually have the ability to call your attorney. How about legal forms? You will have click and access to forms on our online website. So here's a question. If you were my attorney, what would you charge for these services? What about the fastest growing crime in America today called identity theft? Are you confident that your identity is secure? Could yours be stolen? What would you do if it was? It's not just about credit anymore. As identity thieves are getting more sophisticated, they are finding new ways to steal our identities. Because there are lots of different ways to do this, you are hearing more and more about driver's license identity theft, Social Security identity theft, medical identity theft, character criminal, as well as synthetic, the newest form of identity theft today. As a result of these crimes, innocent people are ending up in jail. Instead of being innocent until proven guilty, they are jailed until proven innocent in this crime. As a matter of fact, identity theft has been the #1 consumer complaint category for 11 years in a row. In 2003, a company named Kroll, which is the #1 risk management company in the world, signed a joint marketing agreement with LegalShield. As a world leaders in risk management, they realized that many of their clients who were having their identity stolen also found themselves with legal issues as a result of the theft. Therefore, Kroll and LegalShield working together create a truly comprehensive program. The Identity Theft Shield membership covers all aspects such as regular credit monitoring with suspicious activity alerts sent to you, your credit report from Experian with your score and analysis, credit restoration consultation, and consultation to help prevent identity theft. And because no company in the industry can keep your identity from being stolen, this is where your membership provides maximum value. In addition to your expected benefits, we provide identity restoration services. So if your identity is stolen, you will be assigned a licensed investigator from Kroll. They will have you sign a limited power of attorney. Then they will restore your personal identity back to a pre-theft status at TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. They will also set up your fraud alerts and check the local and national databases to ensure no new accounts have been opened in your name. Unfortunately, the fastest growing segment of this crime is identity theft of minor children. In order to protect your most valuable asset, your children, we will have your children's identity restored for all your minor children under the age of 18 who live in your home. This additional option is only $1 a month per family, regardless of the number of children you have. So when you combine the LegalShield membership with the Identity Theft Shield, you have a powerful comprehensive program for maximum protection. Think about it. If yours was stolen, would you want some company or the #1 risk management company in the world taking care of you? So let's recap what you've seen and heard. LegalShield puts professionals to work to provide the protection you deserve. We have provider law firms with quality control of the highest standards. These law firms are monitored by LegalShield for customer service. Most importantly, these law firms have been prepaid and are ready to advise you. Kroll is the #1 risk management company in the world. Not only do they have Fortune 500 clientele, they are also prepaid and ready to advise you. LegalShield's customer service professionals ensure our members get the service that they deserve, so we have eliminated the problems of worrying who to call. So what about the cost? We have an exceptional value at the price of $35.95 a month, which includes you, your spouse, and all of your dependent children, as well as providing national coverage. There will be a $10 enrollment fee the first month. We will supply your membership package with membership cards, will questionnaire, and other benefits. There is no contractual obligation, so the membership is month to month. Here are some of the final things for you to think about. How much did you spend the last time you were out to dinner? How about cable TV? What about a tank of gas? Don't forget about your last will and testament being provided with your membership. So with this exceptional value and need, and our desire to serve you as a member, the only question is, how would you like to activate your LegalShield membership? With a checking account, debit card, credit card, or savings account? Now you and your family will be worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. Thank you for your interest in LegalShield, and enjoy your services.